2024, big, huge year. And today I'm going to talk about the highlights of 2024, the highlights of each month, what I've learned from the comments, what I've learned from YouTube, and the most popular videos of each month. Huge thank you to today's sponsor, the PXN 308E. You looking for an affordable wireless gaming headset? Well, look no further. Super low latency for gaming. Supports Bluetooth 5.3. Compared to the previous generation, Bluetooth 5.2, 5.3 offers lower latency, lower power consumption, and better audio quality. It has a 2.4G wireless dongle connection. Latency as low as 25 milliseconds. It's got 3D surround sound, which is good for gaming. It's got an algorithm for gaming, for music, and media. Offers a realistic, immersive experience. Has up to 62 hours of battery life. Not only do you get 62 hours of a powerful battery, but it supports super fast charging. Type-C charging interface fully charges in 1.5 hours, and if you quick charge it for 5 minutes, it provides 4 hours. So you don't have to worry about your headset going dead when you're in the middle of your favorite game. 40mm high fidelity driver. The diaphragm is a PEN-coated composite diaphragm. High-end headphones often use composite diaphragms where the part responsible for bass is made from PET material. This enhances the transient response and detail of the bass, making sound source recognition in games more sensitive, instantly reproducing game details and allowing you to track enemy movements. And a stylish and ergonomic design. Very comfortable. Protein leather ear cushions provide strong sound isolation, not active noise canceling, but physical noise reduction. It's comfortable and smooth texture for long wear without ear pinching, and designed to be worn with glasses without pressure on the frames. Available in mint green and warm pink. Utilizes SBC and AAC Bluetooth codecs. And it's an outstanding value for money, $39.99. So check out the link in the description below and the pinned comment. And if you're looking for a pair of wireless headphones for gaming, check out the PXN 308E. There were two videos that really jumped off the page in January for me, and one of these products is, well, still one of my favorite products, and I think represents a brand that I had never listened to before, but one that I think everyone should pay attention to, and that's the Advanced Paris A10 Classic. It's a beautiful integrated amplifier with tubes and giant VU meters and just a ton of different inputs and outputs on the back. Comes in around $2,500, which is expensive. But on the same token, you're getting more than what you would get with something like a Macintosh. Am I saying it's as good as a Macintosh? Well, that's really up to you. I think it is because it's 3 times cheaper. But that video did 87,000 views in January and was published on January 20th. And as of today, that video's done 130,000 views. So it's been quite popular. Anytime I have a video that goes over 100,000 views, it's something noteworthy because I don't have a ton of them. There was another video that I did called "This Amp Hack is Changing the Hi-Fi Industry. No More Gatekeeping." It's actually a pretty good title. But it was about op amps, and I love swappable op amps because it gives one the ability to upgrade their gear over time. There is nothing wrong with awesome gear that doesn't have any modularity, but I love super affordable products that do have modularity because it means someone can get something that works, i.e. an amplifier, at $80, $110, $150, and over time upgrade it so that they don't have to put out all the money up front. Also ended the month of January with 1.5 million views, and anytime I'm above 1.2, 1.3, it's a pretty good month. By the way, I ripped off this entire video idea from Marques Brownlee, who's like the biggest tech YouTuber out there. And I guess if you're gonna steal, should probably steal from the best. But I thought it was a really interesting idea. My life obviously is not nearly as interesting as his life, but I thought it would be cool to do a video kind of like what happened in 2024. And also to get feedback from you, the viewer, as to which videos you like the best. In February, I did a video on the Sonus Faber Lumina 2 Amateurs, which is probably, well, it's one of my favorite bookshelf speakers. They come in at $1,500. It's a two-way speaker, handmade in Italy. Beautiful, sound great, very dynamic. I had a lot of fun with that video, and it's the first time I think I've spent a ton of time with a bookshelf speaker over $1,000. I liked them so much that I bought them. I also went to Florida Audio Fest, I think that's what it's called, and got a chance to listen to a bunch of really expensive and interesting speakers, but that's a great show if you are in, well, the southeastern part of the United States of America, or if you're in Florida. It's a lot of fun. They put on a great show, and I had a ton of fun meeting some of my viewers. Also had two very popular Cambridge audio videos. One was on the CXN100, which is a streamer. That video's done 75,000 views up to this point, and the other one was on the AXA35, I think, which has done over 100,000 views. March, my birthday month. Interestingly enough, the most popular video in the month of March was on a speaker switcher from Fozzy Audio. It was a new $135 product, will save you thousands in mistakes. It's a pretty good title. Anyway, it's a pretty good product too, because it gives one the ability to quickly A/B two different speakers and two different amps to see which one you like the best. Another popular video that month was also about the Advanced Paris A10 Classic. Why did this amp make me cry? I messed up on some things. I think I got some of the features wrong on it. There wasn't any real breakout videos that month, except for the $135 product will save you thousands, the speaker switcher. And incidentally, that video didn't do very well until I changed the thumbnail. Which is, I learned a lot about YouTube in 2024 too, about not how to game the system, but how to get the most mileage out of a video when it comes to titles and thumbnails. And a lot of you are probably sick of all the hyperbolic titles. I am too, but this is my living, so I'm trying to learn how to walk the line between something being just overblown and completely hyperbolic to still being interesting and people wanting to click on it. I think the takeaway for me in March was that the best video was on a very inexpensive product. And there is a bit of a theme. April was another fun month, and I got to go to Axpona, which is in Chicago. It's a huge audio show. I think it's the biggest one in the world, maybe? I don't know, maybe high-end Munich is bigger. I don't know. But what I do know is I love it because I get to meet and interact and hang out with a bunch of my patrons and a bunch of people that watch the channel. So I always have a lot of fun at Axpona. It's cool to see the new stuff, but it's cooler to meet and hang out with the people that have made this channel what it is. Most popular video was on a very expensive product. It's really interesting because some months super affordable gear does the best, and some months super expensive gear does the best. It was on the Cambridge Audio Evo 150, the DeLorean edition. And I got a lot of hate in that video in the comments because number one, it was expensive. And then number two, I thought the DeLorean edition was super interesting and smart. I mean, you're tying in kind of some Back to the Future vibes for people that grew up in the 80s. I got a huge kick out of it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great sounding amplifier. It has a streamer inside, but it comes in, I think, over $3,000 or $2,000. Anyway, that video has just crushed it. It did 79,000, almost 80,000 views in the month of April, and it's done over 141,000 views right now. So people obviously clicked on it. The other really interesting thing was I tried something a little bit different. I did this kind of category of I bought the kind of cheapest blank on Amazon or AliExpress. And that was a pile amplifier. And that video has done very well too. It did 75,000 views in the month of April and has done 186,000 views total. That video was a ton of fun for me, and I'm gonna do a lot more. And if that's the type of video that you like, please put it in the comments. I think it's fun, really fun to buy something uber cheap and try it out. Sometimes it's good, oftentimes it's not. May, wow, what an incredible month of May. One, the Weem Ultra, which is a little streaming preamp, was announced. It was announced at High End Munich. Now, I didn't attend High End Munich because I attended something way better right after High End Munich. And that was my first big press trip for a variety of brands. I got to go to Italy. I got to check out Gold Note, I got to check out Unison Research. I got to check out Opera loudspeakers. I got to check out AudioFlight and Alaire. Really amazing trip, and I can't thank Fidelity Imports enough for taking me. The other cool thing about that trip is I got to meet and interact with a bunch of other, what I would consider to be real press people. People like Michael Lavorgna from Twittering Machine, people from the Absolute Sound, people from Stereophile. I mean, like real, legit, hi-fi journalism. And then I was there. I think one of the biggest takeaways for me on that trip is, regardless of what people are talking about in their publications or whoever they work for or whatever they own, and when I got to talk to them, I mean, we're all the same. We just love music. Sometimes we talk about different products and different price points, but at the end of the day, we're all just obsessed with awesome music. The month of May, I did 1.5 million views, which is very good. And the Weem Ultra announcement was really a big deal for me, and I think for the industry. June. Summer always kind of cools off as far as views go. I got 1.2 million views in the month of June, which isn't terrible for the summer or for me. My biggest video in the month of June was the Geshelli Labs Daisy, which is still my favorite higher end DAC. It comes in around $1,300 depending upon how you spec it out. Basically, it's two DACs in one. So you have a set of DAC chips for the left channel, a set of DAC chips for the right channel. And I love Geshelli Labs. I love their story because it's a family-run company. It's all made in the US. They can change things on the dime. They make, I think, everything to order. So they don't just have a big wall of different DACs and different headphone amps. As an order comes in, they make it. None of the other videos really did well, except I did a video about, insane audiophile system under $500 or something like that. That did pretty well. But the Daisy video really stood out from the pack. July, I ended the month of July with 1.4 million views, which isn't bad for the summer. The biggest video for the month of July, though, was Weem. They did an update, a free update that included room correction in all of their products except for the Weem Mini. And it was a free update, which just continues to blow me away. The functionality of the Weem products is just off the charts for their price point. That video did almost 100,000 views in the month of July. In total, it's done 142,000 views, which isn't bad at all. I also took a swing at making those Exciter panel speakers, which were terrible. And people in the comments told me how bad of a job I did at making them, and they're probably not wrong. But even if I would have done a perfect job on those, I still don't think they would have been good. That video has done 79,000 views in total. I also did a video called Bluetooth is Dead and You Should Be Happy About It. And that video was really just about another little Weem-like streamer. But I was trying to figure out an interesting way to have the conversation that you don't need Bluetooth anymore. Because now lossless streaming is so affordable and these devices are cheaper than what it would cost to get a standalone Bluetooth device. What the video was really trying to convey was that if you're considering getting streaming into a product that you don't have, whether it be Bluetooth or lossless streaming, it's cheaper just to get lossless streaming. That was a very surprising video that did way better than I thought it would. And that was another data point to figure out that really good titles make a huge difference when it comes to people watching your content or my content. August, 1.5 million views total. Biggest video in August was a fun video that I did, and I'm planning on doing something similar. It's called The Death of Corporate Hi-Fi, starring Sonos. And it was talking about how Sonos kind of did an update that locked out a lot of their legacy products because of some of their newer products and because of a new headphone that they put out, and how legit their stock went. I think their stock has recovered a bit, but I also talked about some of these other publicly traded hi-fi companies like Vox, which is what Klipsch is part of, about Sound United, and Massimo, which is a very interesting story. And I think I'm going to do a whole video about that because it's crazy. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to ruin it because I think that's going to be a really fun video to make. Another video that did really well in the month of August was about the Unison Research Unico Primo, which is a $2,000 integrated amplifier. It has a tube in it, just bananas good. Really beefy, Class A bias. Another video that just went crazy, and again, I can't really understand it, was the Cambridge Audio Evo 1. And this isn't even a traditional hi-fi product. This is a product that kind of looks like a sound bar. I think it has 16 different drivers around the periphery and the front. That video has done, it did 64,000 views in August, but that video has done a total of 234,000 views. I think I had a good title too. It's called Minimalist Audiophile System Breaks All the Right Rules. One of my favorite titles I've ever made. Another notable video was the new ELAC Debut 3.0 video came out. So it's their new affordable line of speakers, which I just love, love, love. And I also finally got my hands on the Weem Ultra, which is amazing. Month of September, kind of down on views, 1.2 million views in the month of September. The best video was actually the Cambridge Evo 1 from the previous month. I did get in the Outlaw Audio receiver. The big receiver comes in at right around $1,000. That video did pretty well. Another video that did pretty well was on the Amphion speakers. Two-way speaker. Has an aluminum dome tweeter, but I really, really love it. And that's it. September wasn't really noteworthy at all. October, really interesting month because I did another one of those. I bought this blank amp from AliExpress this time, and it was a clone amp, 100% Class A amplifier. I got it from AliExpress, and I think with shipping, it came in at under $250. That video did 151,000 views in the month of October, and it was posted mid-October. All in, that video has done 376,000 views, which is amazing. And it tells me I need to make more videos like that. If you have any ideas about cool products that are from designs from 30 or 40 years ago that are being made new now because patents have expired or whatever, put it in the comments, please, because I need to get some more stuff in from AliExpress. It's fun. They're fun. I mean, you're taking a big risk, but this is entertainment, right? Another video that did really well was a Neil Blanchard designed single driver, full range DIY speaker. And then the Dolly Opticon 6 speakers, I got those in. They're really cool because they have an AMT tweeter on top of a soft dome tweeter. I just thought they were perfect. I really liked them. They were pretty expensive. They come in just north of $2,000 for a pair, but they have a lot of the same technology from the more expensive bigger brothers. I can't remember, Rubicors, something like that. I had kind of a fun video about why monoblocks are better than 2-channel amps, which did okay. 1.5 million views. It was okay. It was a pretty good month. Also took the family on a vacation, much needed vacation. We haven't been anywhere for a long time. We went down to Mexico, swam with the dolphins, saw some sea turtles. I ate a whole bunch of food. Me and the family had a great time in Mexico. November was a huge month for me. It's the first time I've ever gone over 2 million views. 2.3 million views in the month of November. And I had a bunch of videos that took off. One was when the Weem Ultra went on sale. So it went from $330, $336 down to, I can't remember what it was, $250 or something like that. That video is done and continues to do a lot of views. Another one, a very controversial video, was $60 hi-fi hack makes Weem Ultra destroy gear 3 times the price. It's a solid title. Anyway, it's just this little outboard kind of DAC converter that takes in a USB input and then spits out a optical or coaxial or I2S output. And because of the little XMOS chip inside, what happens is it reclocks the signal coming out of it. Anyway, I thought it was great because I heard a difference. I thought it sounded better, and people's heads exploded about how it can't possibly sound different. But my whole point was, if you're thinking or you're even interested in reclocking, why not get a $60 device and see if it works and you can hear the difference? And then if it doesn't, you send the $60 device back. In my wildest dreams, I never thought this video would do that well, because it did 112,000 views in November. And in total, it's done 158,000 views. People are still watching that video. Skit also announced their new Fork Beard app, which is pretty cool. But I had 3 videos go over 100,000 views in the month of November. One was that AliExpress one, so that was kind of carryover from the previous month. Then Product of the Year 2024 got insane discount, and then the $60 hi-fi hack one. Also got in the Wharfdale Super Linton, which that video did pretty well. It's 67,000 views. December. The month of December has been bonkers for views. I have never, first of all, I've never gone over 2 million views before. So November was like the biggest month I've ever had for views. December, I've already beaten it right now. And well, today's the last day. 2.5 million views. And I've had more videos go over 100,000 views this month than ever before. For whatever reason, a crazy IEMA, the A80, I think it is. Yeah, it's this little thing. It's just a little Class D amplifier with a screen on it. It uses the Texas Instruments 3255 chipset. And I don't think you can buy this anymore. That video has done 195,000 views this month. The title was Finally, This Thing is Gonna Fly Off the Shelves. And I really do believe that because it's super cool and it's super fun. And it sounds really good. It's got a DAC inside and an amplifier, and it's super inexpensive. Crazy. 195,000 views. It's so funny because the videos that I don't think are going to do well sometimes do really, really well. You think I'd be good at this YouTube thing, but I'm still not. I still have no idea what videos are going to hit, which ones aren't. Another video, somewhat controversial on the back end, is why do people like these speakers? I really want to know. It's about the new KEF Concerta Meta. 3-way speaker, concentric on the top, and then has a woofer. Kind of looks like the R3. That video did 147,000 views. I get that people like KEF speakers. I don't. They just don't resonate with me. I don't like their sound, but that's me personally. Obviously, KEF knows what they're doing because they sell a lot of speakers. But because of that video, I will only be reviewing KEF speakers that I purchase, which is really what I did before. This is the first time I ever got a KEF speaker in that I didn't buy personally. Well, the second time. In any regard, I will not be getting any more KEF speakers unless I buy them. Then a few of my 2024 awards videos did really well. The Speaker of the Year Awards, that did 112,000 views. I had a video on the Q Acoustics 5010 that didn't break 100, but it is 88,000 views, which is really good for just a single product video. And actually a video I did yesterday about the SMSL PL100 CD player, I think is going to break 100,000. It was the biggest video I've ever done as far as view count in 24 hours. And right now it's done 85,000 views in just over, not even 24 hours. Hasn't even been 24 hours and that thing has done the biggest video I've ever done as far as the first day. And it's CD player, which tells me something. Kind of a takeaway I've learned a little bit about this year is people want to hear about really budget products that kind of outkick their coverage. And I've kind of known that. But on the other end, I also got super enthralled with more expensive stuff because people wanted to send me more expensive stuff. The biggest lesson for me, I think, this year is I got to stick to my roots. I did a lot of videos this year that performed well. A few of them were on expensive products, but most of them were on products that are better than their price point. And a lot of them were just kind of entertaining videos where I talked about, cheap stuff I bought on Amazon or AliExpress. I love this time of year because not only I'm having fun with the kids and everything, and I'm having fun making videos, but I also kind of look back and reflect on what I did this year, what worked, what didn't work, and what do people want to see. And I think people want to see entertaining videos on cheap stuff. But you tell me, put it in the comments, what type of videos you want to see. Maybe I'll do a survey too. I can't thank all of you enough for watching. This is the biggest year by far as view counts. November and December have just blown away anything I've ever done before. And I always kind of wondered what the ceiling was. Like, what is the interest level for hi-fi? What is the interest level for my channel? Am I going to put out too much content and people aren't going to want to watch it? I don't want to assume things though. So in November and December, I kind of went into it thinking I'm going to put out as much content as I can and see what happens. And well, I got higher view counts than I ever had before. And I also got a higher number of new people watching the channel. I still need to dig into these numbers a little bit, But the lesson I learned is, I don't know which videos are going to resonate with people. I have an idea, but I don't always know what's going to hit, what is going to be popular. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Incredible year, and I can't thank you enough for watching. Everybody, even the people that don't like me, I appreciate you watching. I hope everyone had a great 2024, and I hope everyone has a great 2025. Thank you so much for watching.